friends, I welcome you all on my channel, The Opinion Platform. Today I have come with a very important topic to discuss with you. This is the matter of the women's rights and the government. Actually, in Delhi, the transport department does not seem to be aware of the kinds of discrimination women of Delhi are facing each and every day. Few days ago, I was at a bus stop nearby Teen Murti Library, which was once the home of the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, which was converted later on in the form of in the library itself after Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to power in 2014. After few years, he named this Teen Murti Library into Prime Minister Museum, Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya. While I was waiting for bus at the South Avenue bus stop near Teen Murti Library, I saw a woman running towards a bus, and the conductor and the bus driver could very much see that a woman was running towards the bus. Despite bus having stopped for few seconds, it did not bother to wait for that woman to catch the bus, and the bus left. I saw this scene, but I could not understand anything until another woman who was already waiting at the bus stop, said that everyday drivers of Delhi, the DTC drivers of Delhi, are doing the same with the women of Delhi. Then I inquired with that woman that would you please explain the matter in detail? And she explained it to me that each day women of Delhi are forced to bear this kind of humiliation done deliberately by the bus drivers. Then I posed another question, that why bus drivers would humiliate women for no reason, because driver has to drive the bus and that is the part of their duty. What is the advantage of not letting women of Delhi board the bus? Because they are driving the bus only for helping the people of Delhi. Then the woman replied that bus drivers are male, conductors largely are male. They think that if women will board the bus, they do not take ticket, because in Delhi, women are given ride for free by the Arvind Kejriwal government, by the Aam Aadmi Party. So this free travel in government buses somehow creates a sense of discrimination with women. Males have this problem. They think that women are being given freebies. We already know that what kind of party, what kind of government uses the term freebies. It is very interesting, and it is a matter of great concern that Aam Aadmi Party is the first party in this country to implement a law, to make a law, to implement a policy for the welfare of the people, which is seen every day on the streets at work, which is seen that how government, if so desires, can come forward to help the people, and it can really be of great help. Arvind Kejriwal in 2019 in October had come with this policy of free travel in government buses for women. When this free travel for women, this policy was being framed, it was protested by opposition parties, and it was largely protested by those women itself, largely, who come from certain kind of elite background. Their sole aim was to prove that how this policy of Kejriwal, free travel for women in Delhi, would underestimate the strength of the women, because they will be considered lower in social order and unable to bear their own expenses. But Kejriwal, introducing himself as the leader of the ground, understood the matter seriously. He rejected all such ill arguments and implemented the policy of free travel in government buses in Delhi. After this policy was implemented in October 2019, this policy worked for a while, and in 2020 March, Corona lockdown was imposed, and thereafter it was stopped, because traveling was stopped across the country after the lockdown was imposed. Then again in 2021, it started, and free travel policy continued. Now we have seen that how after this policy resumed after the lift off of corona lockdown, it became very popular. It still continues being the first policy in any states of India where people can directly see the good use of the taxpayers' money. And of course, the sole credit goes to none other than the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal would be acknowledged in electoral history, in the history of democracy of India, that he was the first chief minister who did not just speak good things and big things from the stage during election, but when he came to power, apart from all good policies that he implemented, but the most successful policy that he implemented is this, where he ensured that women of Delhi do not feel constrained, do not feel locked at houses just because they don't have income or their income is low, but rather he made sure that each and every woman at least feels so confident that they can go out, step out of their houses, they can take government buses, they can travel from one destination to another confidently, with the confidence and with their family members, and they can come back safe by night. So after this policy is working very much, but the new reports have started coming out where women are being discriminated by these drivers. When I had conversation with that woman at the South Avenue bus stop, I initially thought that woman would be ready to speak, to give this interview for my channel in which you are watching this report. She flatly refused because she expressed hopelessness. She said that nothing happens of anything. Even if I'll give you interview, government does not listen to the people. So this statement of the lady could be a very general statement for so many of you. But for me, it is a defeat of the democracy in India, where educated lady living in the capital of the country, Delhi, has no hope from the government, and in fact appears to be afraid of her identity being disclosed, where she is afraid of being targeted by the government agencies. Well, it is not her own fear that she is afraid. We have seen in the past that those people who have come forward to criticize the policy of the government and to criticize those policies where the loopholes have been observed by the people, when the people try to point out at those loopholes, instead of improving upon and working upon those loopholes, government agencies come and harass the people. So this fear can be very much noticed in the fear of that woman who flatly denied, despite going through discrimination each and every day by bus conductors and bus drivers. She did not have the courage to say so, and the same was confirmed by another old man who was waiting at this bus stop. On my screen, you are reading this Facebook post who belongs to one of my friends' Facebook posts, whose wife had to go this humiliation today itself. And that is what it triggered me, that I must not remain silent anymore, as I had promised to that lady at the South Avenue bus stop that I will report, no matter you agree to speak on my channel or not. I'll do research, I'll speak, I will inform, I'll make sure that this voice reaches to the government. Well, after I started doing research that how women are being humiliated by bus drivers, because for me it was initially unbelievable that why any bus driver, bus conductor would think of humiliating any passenger, because ultimately it's a coexistence. If the buses are running, so drivers are getting jobs, and so buses are running for the good, for the help of the people. But when I started reading about such reports, to my shock, I read that this discrimination is not just a matter of few incidents. 82% women of Delhi have been reported to be humiliated in such incidents. After I read such reports, which was covered by Times of India, Navbharat Times, by Hindustan, all mainstream newspapers, I was shocked that despite the coverage of mainstream media, the government has not paid any attention to such a big problem, which is leading to the humiliation of educated women or women of all sections in Delhi, which is the capital of India, and it is going uninterrupted. The humiliation is going and happening every day with women uninterrupted, and there's nobody to appeal to go and suggest the transport minister of Kejriwal government that, look, you have started this policy, but how women are now being faced with the discrimination that they don't deserve. Well, Arvind Kejriwal must also be applauded for his effort, that what he promised during election to win for the chief ministership of Delhi, after he won, he came up with a policy which could directly help women and common people of the Delhi. Well, Delhi ends up, if you see, Delhi is not that big a state, but still at least he showed the spine, he showed the courage of fulfilling his promise, helping the people of Delhi, and he implemented this policy which is very much evident that if the government desires really to represent the interests of the people, it can successfully do so. Not only this, when the Congress party was during election campaigning in Karnataka legislative assembly election, Rahul Gandhi had coined term Rahul ki guarantee. In this Rahul's guarantee, there were 5 promises made. And these 5 promises, one of the major promises was of free travel in Karnataka, in whole Karnataka state. To the great surprise, Karnataka Congress secured major victory in legislative election in 2023. After Siddharamaiah became or took the position of chief ministership, the first policy that he directly implemented in one go was this policy, which was covered under the part of Shakti Yojana. In Shakti Yojana, Siddharamaiah successfully implemented this policy of free travel for women across Karnataka state, which is one of the good things of Indian states. Why am I saying so? Because in Delhi, which is a small state, it still seems easy to implement such policy if any government desires. But in the big state like Karnataka, somehow the arguments can be framed that it would be a huge burden on the taxpayers' money. But Karnataka government, Siddharamaiah government, Congress government showed courage and implemented what they had promised pre-election time, what they had promised during election promise. After they implemented it, Siddharamaiah implemented this policy for initial 9 months, and this policy gathered so much popularity in Karnataka that Siddharamaiah has ordered for the construction and launch of 5,600 buses on Karnataka roads, and these buses will make sure that the women of Karnataka travel for free in the buses without any problem, without any hassles. Interestingly, and this kind of promise was being done also at Telangana. In Telangana also Rahul's 5 guarantee were promised. I have no information because Telangana has not yet implemented. I would like to say that if this promise was, if at all, the part of Telangana government, Telangana must implement. Even if this policy was not in the one of the Rahul's 5 guarantees, still the government should come forward. Revanth Reddy government should come forward. Telangana government should come forward, and for the welfare of the women of Telangana, he should make such policy so that women of Telangana can feel secure and happy and strengthened to do their work successfully. They can move from one destination to another and they can really feel empowered. Whereas when I started doing the research about the Delhi discrimination, I observed that Aam Aadmi Party, which has been successful in implementing this policy, now the same Aam Aadmi Party, I think, has failed in actually calculating the real situation, that why and how women are being discriminated. Despite being reported by the mainstream media, Aam Aadmi Party does not seem quite aware of the forms of discrimination women of Delhi are facing each and every day. I would like to make appeal through my video that Aam Aadmi Party wants to take the credit of this policy, and of course they deserve to take the credit. In fact, all other states' chief ministers, they should also learn from Aam Aadmi Party's this agenda, and they should implement it. They should make such agenda in their states. They should implement it, because women constitute the half of the workforce of our country, not just our country, rather the whole world. So women's welfare should especially be kept in mind by all governments, and it should be implemented as soon as possible. But surprisingly, Aam Aadmi Party does not seem to be taking interest, I think, in this matter, that if the policy which is at work on the streets of Delhi is really working for the good of the women or not. Because women are continuously reporting, continuously saying, continuously raising voices that they are being humiliated by bus conductors and bus drivers. But Aam Aadmi Party has not released any statement directly. It has not promised, it has not yet said that it will start a kind of training programs for the bus drivers and conductors, and they will train, they will teach them, they will teach. The government will ensure to run such training camps in which the bus drivers of Delhi government, Delhi transport buses drivers and conductors should be taught that women are women constitute our life. Without women, the life of this world is not possible. Therefore, we have to learn to respect women, and women must be respected. And when the money is being given by the government, when women also contribute in the economy of the nation, nobody has the right to humiliate women, especially on the ground that only women get freebies. We know that freebies is a term which is, the term itself is humiliating. Freebies term is coined by those people who come out openly in support of capitalism, where the rich will keep growing richer and poor will keep growing poorer. So Aam Aadmi Party's this agenda of implementing free travel policy for women at least has ensured, at least has attempted to display that democracy in India, despite many challenges, is still at work, and democracy is a form of the government in which if people would want, if the government would want, there can be a mutual relationship between the governments and the people. I, through this video, request to the Aam Aadmi Party leader and especially the Transport Minister Kailash Gehlot that please listen to the voices of the women of Delhi and make ways, start training camps in which bus drivers and conductors should be given training, that no woman should be left behind, not just at any bus stop, but in the life itself. With this, I conclude. If you like my channel, The Opinion Platform, I request you to subscribe it, like it and share it, and make sure that this video reaches to the government of Delhi, to Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal, to Transport Minister Kailash Gehlot, so that the government may do what is necessary for the equality, for ensuring the equality in Delhi and sending a very vibrant democratic message across the country. I'll meet you with another show on my channel. Keep watching my channel. Thank you very much.